Hello, everyone. Welcome to Catherine's ESL classroom. In today's lesson, we are going to have our Test Our Knowledge Challenge quiz. Uh-oh, no worries. Our last lesson was on prepositions of time and place. Those three main words were in, on, and at. And you're like, oh, this is not too hard. Or, uh-oh, I have to go back to that lesson and review and practice those sentences and how to use them. Now, the three main words in, on, and at, I'll give you examples on how we say them. At night, on holiday, or on vacation, or in the subway, okay? Now, if you can differentiate or know the differences between in, on, and at, and you have a good understanding of it, then take this challenge quiz. If not, go back to that review and practice, and then come back here. So let's get started. Okay, welcome again, everyone. Do you have your pen, paper, or just using your ears to listen and practice with me verbally? Then we are ready. Today's lesson is our prepositions of time and place using in, on, or at. Our part 2 quiz. Prepositions of time and place. Now let's just do a quick knowledge review so I can help you out. You know I have to always help you out. In, on, or at. Are you reading with me? Yay, I'm so happy. Now, which preposition of time and place should we use? In, on, or at? Would we say in September? Would we say on September? Or would we say at September? We would say in September. Great job. Now, would we say in 12 o'clock, on 12 o'clock, or at 12 o'clock? At 12 o'clock. Great job. Would we say in winter, on winter, or at winter? In winter. Great job. How about this one? In Easter Monday, on Easter Monday, or at Easter Monday? On Easter Monday. Fantastic. You've been studying so hard. Congratulations. Okay. What about this date? Would we say in the 4th of July, 1776, on the 4th of July, 1776, or at the 4th of July, 1776? On the 4th of July, 1776. Great job. Now, many times people write the day of the week before the month. Now, we can also say this another way. Now, the most popular American way is, how would we say this? How would we write this? July 4th, 1776. So the American way is July 4th, 1776. But many times you see this in books, the 4th of July, 1776. Okay, so they're both acceptable, okay? Now, would we say in, on, or at Christmas? Which one? Okay, this is tricky. We can say at Christmas or on Christmas. And you're thinking, wait, what? Okay, remember the differences between at and on. I'm going to show you. we're going to grandma's house on Christmas. Okay. That's the event on Christmas. We can also say we're going to open our gifts at Christmas time. Okay. So this is starting to probably make more sense to you. Now, if we're doing on Christmas, that means grandma's house is physically on Christmas. Okay. So we're celebrating Christmas at grandma's house. Okay. So it's physically there. We're going to open our gifts at Christmas time. That means our gifts are physically at the time of Christmas. Now, that's only if you want to know the understanding of why, but the more you repeat it, the more it'll become second nature. So let's just repeat these again. We're going to grandma's house on Christmas. Okay, so Christmas is physically at grandma's house. Okay, we are celebrating Christmas at grandma's house. Okay, when we say we're going to open our gifts at Christmas time, that means our gifts are physically at the time of Christmas. Are you confused yet? Don't worry. The best way to do it is just repeat these sentences until it becomes more natural to you. Repeat it with your friends, your loved ones, or have them repeat it to you. And then it'll become second nature to your mouth and to your ears. Okay. All right. Now, which one with Tuesday? Should we use in Tuesday, on Tuesday, or at Tuesday? On Tuesday. Great job. What about this one? In, on, or at the weekend? On the weekend. Now, in America, we say on the weekend. In other countries, they may say at the weekend. But here in the United States, we say on the weekend. What about this one? In, on, or at my birthday? Which one? On my birthday. Great job. What about this one? In, on, or at the end of the week? At the end of the week. Okay. You're probably a little confused with on the weekend and at the end of the week. Well, on the weekend, okay, we're focusing on weekend. When we say at the end of the week, we're focusing on the end of the week. Okay. So if you're having a difficult time with some of these, go back to the review and it'll tell you in detail how to use these words. But also, if you're having a hard time, just put down in the comments some questions and we will help you. I promise. Okay. Quiz time. Prepositions of time and place. What are the three words? Remember, in, on, and at. Okay. This is a test your knowledge quiz. All right. Which one with this one? Do you think it is a good idea to ban smoking blank public places? Okay. I'm going to give you this one just in case you're having a difficult time. Okay, so these are the three main words: in, on, or at. Now just concentrate. Do you think it is a good idea to ban smoking blank public places? Now, there's probably a vocabulary word that you do not know. What do you think is the word you're having a hard time with? Ban. What does ban mean? Now, the reason why I'm going over this with you is because many times people are guessing, and that's okay. Guessing is good. But if you don't know what a vocabulary word is try to find another word that'll make more sense to you. So think of smoking. All right, so it's public places. So what's happening today in public places in America? Are we allowed to smoke in public places? Your answer would be no. We're only allowed to smoke outside, and it has to be 50 feet to 100 feet away. So now you know ban would mean no. Ban means prohibit. You're not allowed. Okay. So now what would be the preposition of time and place? In. You got it. Okay. So just focus on what do you think is happening in the sentence? Okay. Now let's look at number 2. Look at the picture blank on the wall. Look at the picture in the wall. Look at the picture on the wall. Look at the picture at the wall. What makes sense to you? On the wall. All right, you got it. All right, let's do number 3 together. My house is in the end of the street. My house is on the end of the street. My house is at the end of the street. Okay, this is the tricky one. My house is at the end of the street. Okay. Now, why do we say at and why do we say on? Now, many people might say my house is on the end of the street. Okay. But we say my house is at the end of the street. Why? Now, I'm not going to give you the answer on this one. I want you to exercise your mind and tell me why it's at and not on. Or do you think it should be on? And tell me why it should be on. Sometimes we can say it either way, but it changes the meaning. Okay, let's do number 4. I stopped blank Nancy's house. I stopped in Nancy's house. I stopped on Nancy's house. I stopped at Nancy's house. This is another tricky one. I stopped at Nancy's house. Okay. Now I'm going to help you out with this one. I stopped at Nancy's house. That means you were physically there. You went there. Your body went there. Okay. If you say I stopped at, on Nancy's house, that means your body went on top of her house. That wouldn't make sense, right? We're not going to do that. Well, unless you climbed on top of her roof with a ladder, that could change the meaning. So you tell me in the comments why you selected at and why you selected on, okay? Let's do number 5. Do you like walking in the garden? Do you like walking on the garden? Do you like walking at the garden? This is another tricky one. Do you like walking in the garden? How many people picked at or on? Write in the comments and tell me why. There could be a different meaning, okay? Let's do number 6. I found my keys in the desk. I found my keys on the desk. I found my keys at the desk. What could it be? I found my keys on the desk. Okay. When we say we found our keys on the desk, that means the keys were on top of the desk. If we say I found my keys in the desk, that means we found it inside the desk, meaning maybe in a drawer. Okay. If we say I found my keys at the desk, that means we found the keys maybe alongside it. Okay. But we usually would say I found my keys by the desk, not at the desk. Okay. So those are the differences. I wanted to help you out with different prepositions and how to use them and the different meanings. Did you pay attention? If not, press rewind and put on closed captions so you can see what the understanding is and the differences. All right, let's do number 7. I met him in Paris. I met him on Paris. I met him at Paris. Okay, which one? I met him in Paris. Okay, this means we were in Paris together. Okay, we were inside that city in France. Paris is the capital of France, right? We knew this. Now, I want you to put down in the comments, did you put at? I met him at Paris. Now, that would change the meaning a lot. And I don't even know if that would even make sense unless you changed some of the words in the sentence, okay? So it's okay if you said at Paris, but tell me why you said at Paris. All right, number 8. He was crying in the back of the classroom. He was crying on the back of the classroom. He was crying at the back of the classroom. Now I'll give you a hint. Remember, at the end of the week, right? Or on the weekend. Focus. He was crying at the back of the classroom. All right, you got it. Number 9, I saw the film in TV. I saw the film on TV. I saw the film at TV. Now, people who watch TV a lot will know this answer quickly. Okay. What's on TV? I just gave it away. I saw the film on TV. We say this a lot in America. What's on TV? Okay. Number 10, these people live in my hometown. These people live on my hometown. These people live at my hometown. Which one? These people live in my hometown. All right, you're getting the hang of that. All right, I'm so happy. Okay, a little bit more. There was a loud noise which woke us up blank midnight, which are the 3 prepositions of time and place, in, on, or at. Now remember, just use each word and then it'll start making more sense to you. So which one is this one? Number 1, at midnight. Okay, let's repeat. There was a loud noise which woke us up at midnight. Okay, at 12 o'clock, at 1 p.m. Okay. Number 2, do you usually eat chocolate eggs blank Easter? Do you usually eat chocolate eggs in Easter, on Easter, or at Easter? At Easter. Now, we can say this 2 ways, at or on. There are different reasons why, but instead of me giving you the answer again, I want you to put down in the comments why we say at Easter and why do we say on Easter. Okay, there are the differences. So I'll give you the hint. Remember, we are at Grandma's house. We are celebrating on Christmas. Okay, remember that one? I'll say it again. We are opening gifts at Grandma's house on Easter. Wait, what? How are we opening up Christmas gifts at Grandma's house on Easter? Well, unless you miss Christmas, then we are opening them up at Easter. I wanted to throw that at you because many people are communicating something and it can mean different things. So I'll repeat the 2 things. We are celebrating Christmas. We are celebrating Christmas at Grandma's house. We are opening up Christmas gifts at Grandma's house. We are eating chocolate eggs at Grandma's house. Okay, you notice everything was at Grandma's house. Okay, now, what was the action? What was going on? What were we doing at Grandma's house? We were celebrating and we were opening up Christmas gifts. Okay, now, why will we say on? That's what I wanted you to tell me. Could we say both and they can mean the same? Or can we say both and they mean something different? This is very confusing to many. So I want you to put it down in the comments and go back to the lesson, what we reviewed and what the differences are. Okay, let's go to number 3. What are you doing blank the weekend? What are you doing in the weekend, on the weekend, or at the weekend? On the weekend. Okay, in America, we say on the weekend. In other countries, they may say at the weekend. Okay, so if you hear that here in America, that is because that is the way they learned English in their country. Okay. Number 4, I always eat a lot in Christmas. I always eat a lot on Christmas. I always eat a lot at Christmas. Here's another tricky one. I always eat a lot on Christmas. I know this is tricky. Okay, so number 2 and number 4. Now we can say both at Christmas or on Christmas, at Easter or on Easter. Okay, they have different meanings. It's up to you what you want to communicate. Okay, now think of at is it's nearby, it's close to that time, or we're not physically there. When we say on Easter, our bodies are physically at a place. When we say at Christmas or at Easter, we are saying that we are celebrating the time, but we may not be physically at this place. And they have different meanings. So it's up to you how you want to communicate it. Okay. Well, now let's move on to number 5. My father always reads the paper in breakfast time, on breakfast time, or at breakfast time. Okay, this is another tricky one. At breakfast time, okay? We do not say on breakfast time, okay? That means you're reading the paper on top of your breakfast. We don't want to say this, okay? Number 6, she plays tennis blank Fridays. She plays tennis in Fridays. She plays tennis at Fridays. She plays tennis on Fridays. Now, I said in, at, on purpose because I wanted your brain to think. So it's on Friday, in Fridays, or at Fridays. I know you know this one. On Fridays, you did it. Congratulations. Number 7, the trees here are really beautiful blank spring. The trees here are really beautiful in spring, on spring, or at spring. Which one? In spring. Great job. Number 8, I'll see you blank Tuesday afternoon. I'll see you in Tuesday afternoon. I'll see you on Tuesday afternoon then. I'll see you at Tuesday afternoon then. This is tricky. On Tuesday afternoon, then. Let's repeat this one because it's a little tricky for many people. I'll see you on Tuesday afternoon, then. Okay. So on Tuesday, we wouldn't say at Tuesday. We wouldn't say in Tuesday. Now, in America, the United States of America, we say on Tuesday. People in other countries that speak English, they may say at Tuesday. It means the same. It's the same thing with number 2. We can say on Easter or we can say at Easter. I wanted to show you the difference, okay? But they mean the same. In America, we say on Easter, we say on Christmas, or we can even say at Christmas, but I told you the differences, okay? I know this is a little tricky. Number 9, Shakespeare died blank 1616, okay? Shakespeare died on 1616. Shakespeare died at 1616, or Shakespeare died in 1616. Okay, so think of your birthday. Would we say on your birthday, at your birthday, or in your birthday? So think of it that way. Shakespeare died in 1616, okay? So he died, it happened in the past, in 1616. No, these are a little tricky, okay? Now, if someone says Shakespeare died on 1616, we wouldn't say it as a date. We would say it as a time. We can say on his birthday, okay? But we couldn't say in his birthday. So I wanted you to understand how we could say this. So when we say a date, and it happened in a death, it happened when he died, it's in the date, okay? No, it's tricky. So the best thing to do is just repeat, repeat, repeat. Number 10, they were born in March. They were born on March. They were born at March. Which one? They were born in March. Okay, this is tricky for many. So the best thing to do is just repeat these. Now remember, number 2 and number 4, they can be used interchangeably at Easter, on Christmas, or at Christmas. In the United States, we always say on Easter and on Christmas. In other countries that use the English language, other than the United States, they say at Easter or at Christmas, but they mean the same. So I wanted to show you, they both mean the same, but they can be used differently. So thank you again. How did you do today? Great job. I'm so proud of you for sticking it out. I know this was difficult. So wish you a great rest of the day. And until next time, bye.